guys, it's Joseph Kitara again, and I've come to present to you the second phase of money, which is our topic in Cell. So we are looking at giving and generosity today. Last Cell we looked at the topic of money, and here it was highlighted that all wealth belongs to God and we are just stewards, and that we should depend on God and not our material wealth. Then lastly we say that our salvation is our wealth and it is through Jesus Christ. So what would he define generosity as? Well, according to the Oxford Dictionary, this is a trait of willing to donate money or time or other resources to other people who are in need of it. So let's look at a little bit of creation. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And with the same articulation, God made all the splendor, the beauty, and the lands of all the places and all the treasures that we hold dear of today. So, God made everything, right? This leads me to a question. Who owns all what we possess? Think about it. God is love. We all know that. Well, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Now, within this statement, I want to underline three words: loved, gave, and only begotten Son. What does love have to do with all of this? Well, God loved us that he gave us his Son. This is love in its truest definition. Giving, therefore, is a fruit of love. And God, being himself love, showed us this by giving up his Son. And Christ gave up all he had for me and for you. Yet we didn't even deserve it. So well, Jesus calls us to love our neighbors like we love ourselves, and to love God with all we have. Then this leads me to two important questions. Do you love God? What are you giving, and what are you giving up for him? Do you love your neighbor? How generous have you been to them? Well, our first passage is coming from Matthew 16:25, whereby Christ says in this portion, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it." Wow, what a line. So, are you willing to give up everything for him? Well, as Christians, it is required of us to tithe in church, and this is about 10% of our earnings. So, it raises very big questions. If we are to give 10%, so what happens with the 90% that is left? Does it matter on how we use the 90% that is left? Does it mean after giving the 10% off, we are done with giving? Well, these are questions we would love to ponder about during this cell, and we hope actually as we discuss in ourselves we actually enjoy it. Now the main passage for the day is that we are going to be looking at the eye-opening passage that is in the first letter of Timothy, chapter 6, verses 17 to 19. And from the passage we shall see that Paul is telling Timothy to alert the Christians on three important things: to have their hope in God and not in their riches, to do good and be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In conclusion of this video, hopefully we shall learn from the example of God and Christ, who gave painfully, who gave sacrificially, who gave intentionally with plan, and who did it with gracious proportions. So, in your cell, discuss how practically you can give painfully, sacrificially, intentionally, and in gracious proportions. I hope that you enjoy cell. May God plant the heart in you that will give generously.